was frustrating for me.
Frustrating to be in jail?
Yep.
A man living with mental disabilities, spending nearly a decade behind bars for a crime authorities say he never committed. Now he's trying to get his life back, and he's filed suit against the officials who kept him locked up. Action News Investigates found out about it, and Paul Van Osdal, you decided to do a bit of digging here.
That's right, Andrew. You know, Craig Jeunesse is a gentleman who likes music and pizza. According to court records, his IQ was in the low 50s. 10 years ago, his life turned upside down when he was charged with murder. An expert says his case shows a systemic failure of the court system. There's nothing that Craig Jeunesse likes better than listening to his music. But for nearly a decade, he lived in silence. He spent nearly 5 years in the Fayette County prison, then another 4 years wearing an ankle bracelet while confined to this former lockdown facility in rural Smock. When you went to jail, Craig, what was that like?
I didn't like it. It was scary. It was frustrating for me.
Frustrating to be in jail?
Yep.
Accused of a crime?
Mm-hmm.
A crime you didn't commit?
That's right.
In 2006, Craig was charged with killing Ronald Fiffick, a fellow resident of this personal care home in Uniontown. According to the criminal complaint, care home co-owner James McVeigh was inside the house when he heard two men arguing and then found Fiffick's body on the ground next to the front porch. Lawyers for Craig Jeunesse say even if he had wanted to commit the crime, it would have been virtually impossible because he would have had to have lifted the much larger man and tossed him over that 4-foot railing. Still, Jeunesse confessed to the crime. Here's his signature. But his lawyers say that confession should never have been allowed.
With an IQ level that Craig has, there is no such thing as a voluntary confession.
A lawsuit filed on behalf of Craig Jeunesse says care home owners James and Jean McVeigh conspired with police to target Jeunesse as the culprit to avoid being sued themselves. Action News Investigates found Jean McVeigh at another care home she owns. The lawsuit says you had a motive to charge him because you wanted to avoid liability for Mr. Fiffick's death.
The state had everything to do with it.
An attorney for Uniontown and Police Chief Jason Cox, who investigated the Jeunesse case, calls the lawsuit claim a reprehensible allegation against Chief Cox and an absolutely baseless fantasy that was crafted by plaintiff counsel to create conspiracy claims. But the criminal complaint filed by Cox never mentioned this, a medic's report that says Ronald Fiffick's wife saw him walk onto the porch and fall down the steps. The report does not mention Craig Jeunesse at all. Yet Fiffick's wife was never even interviewed by police, according to court records. Still, it took 8 years before the district attorney disclosed that ambulance report to Craig's attorneys.
That's unheard of. It's unheard of.
Attorney Bernadette Tummons started representing Craig 5 years after he was arrested. Court records show she and the public defenders who previously represented him filed multiple motions to release Craig from jail. But Tummons says the motions were never even heard by a judge.
Because Craig is who he is, the court scheduled a hearing, but then continued it because of his disability.
And nothing ever came of it.
That's correct.
He was found mentally incompetent to stand trial, but he remained locked up. All those years, Craig had no one outside the court system to go to bat for him.
I don't have a family, Paul.
What happened to your family?
My brother killed himself with a gun, right in the stomach.
What happened to your mom and dad?
They passed away.
Even after Tummons got involved, it still took her 4 years to set Craig free.
If it had not been for Bernadette Tummons standing up and doing what is right, this man would still be in that jail.
I just made so much noise they got sick of it. That's what happened. They couldn't justify keeping him anymore.
Last December, more than 9 years after Craig was arrested, Judge Steve Leskinen filed this order dropping the charges, saying the case languished for years, but that all the delay is attributable to the defense attorneys who preceded Tummons. But Pitt Law professor David Harris says the problem is much bigger than that.
This doesn't look like something that is one person's fault. It's a multiple system failure. And it tells us that we have to look comprehensively at every point in the system
Fayette County officials refused our multiple interview requests about the Jeunesse case. Action News Investigates even went straight to President Judge John Wagner's chambers, but he too refused to talk. Craig now has the freedom to listen to his music and enjoy the outdoors, but his lawyers say someone needs to be held accountable for the decade he lost.
When the system overlooks a man like this because he's poor, because he has no advocate, then all of us and all of our rights are in jeopardy.
Craig's lawyers say they are investigating whether there might be other cases in Fayette County involving people with mental disabilities who were wrongfully jailed. Now, I asked Craig what he wants right now. Now that he's out, he said very simply, he wants a job.
He wants a job.
Facing probably the most difficult challenge of his life.
He certainly is.